it's Ruthie. I'm going to read to you my book, Lily Gets Left Out. Let us begin. Lily and Violet Cowpat were sisters. "You're my best friend," Lily told Violet. "You're my best friend too," said Violet. Lily and Violet did everything together. They would play with their dolls together. They would go butterfly hunting together. As they got older, they practiced their musical instruments together. "We'll always do everything together," Violet told Lily. Lily smiled happily. "Yes, we will," she said. One day, when Lily and Violet were going to post a letter, they met Mr. Cherry Blossom. He was carrying a large bunch of balloons and looked terribly worried. "What's the matter, Mr. Cherry Blossom?" asked Violet kindly. "I have organised a charity ball to raise money for domiciles for dormice," said Mr. Cherry Blossom glumly. "Well, that sounds lovely, Mr. Cherry Blossom," said Lily. "The entire band is quarantined for mousepox," said Mr. Cherry Blossom gloomily. "Oh no," said Lily. "What good is a ball without any music?" "That's what I think," said Mr. Cherry Blossom. "The committee will blame me. I'm the one that suggested the ball." "Mr. Cherry Blossom, we could play for your ball," said Lily. Mr. Cherry Blossom considered. "You don't play the bagpipes, do you?" he asked dubiously. "I've already had that offer from Oswald Orrit." "No, we play the harp and the violin," said Violet. "Well," said Mr. Cherry Blossom, "that would be lovely." That evening, when a few stars were peeping out and a pale moon gleamed in the sky, Lily, Violet and their parents walked to the public treehouse for the ball. Lily carried her violin with her. Violet's harp had already been delivered to the hall. "It's rather exciting, isn't it?" Lily whispered to Violet. "Oh, yes," agreed Violet. At first, the ball was exciting. Everyone looked splendid in their party clothes and they sparkled in the candlelight. Then Lily saw something she didn't like at all. A mouse in a blue coat was watching Violet from the end of the hall intently. "Just look at that boggle-eyed goof staring at you," Lily muttered to Violet. But Violet didn't seem annoyed. Instead, she went a bit red and started to giggle. Thought Lily, "I don't like this at all." Then, when the dance finished, something horrendous happened. The boggle-eyed goof walked over and presented Violet with a violet. "I picked this for you," he said. "Amazing," said Violet. "Did you know my name is Violet?" The mouse seemed impressed. "All the violets growing in the world could not compare with to the beauty of the violet that plays the harp," he said. "I've met forests less sappy than that," snorted Lily. Violet glared at Lily. "Forgive my sister," she said. "She doesn't appreciate poetry." "My name is Miles," said the mouse. "Would you care to dance?" "I'd love to," said Violet. The next day, as Lily practiced her violin, she looked out the window and saw a horrible sight. The pesky Miles was trudging up the path, carrying a bouquet of wildflowers. Lily knew exactly why he was coming. "Violet," she called. Violet came into the room. "I hear Dad calling you from the attic," Lily lied. "I can't hear anything," said Violet. "Just you follow me," said Lily firmly. The attic was a nasty, spidery place full of shadows. Violet looked around unenthusiastically. "Well, I can't see him," she said. "Just you have a jolly good look," said Lily sneakily. Then she slammed and locked the door. "Lily, you let me out at once," yelled Violet. "It's not funny." Sniggered Lily. Then she slid down the balustrade and opened the front door. See the spidery, horrible attic? I had ever so much fun drawing that. "Greetings," said Miles from behind his bouquet. "Violet doesn't want to see you," Lily told him bluntly. "Oh," said Miles humbly. His whiskers drooped. "She says your ears are too big for your head and your tail resembles a worm." "Oh," said Miles. He looked very hurt. "So goodbye," said Lily. She started to shut the door when a tiny window high in the tree was flung open. "Miles, wait!" shouted Violet. "I do want to see you. Lily locked me in here and I can't get out." Miles' whiskers bounced up. "I wanted to ask you to come on a picnic to the iris grove," he said. "That would be wonderful," said Violet. The next day, Miles arrived with his picnic basket. Violet had put on a new dress. They set out for the iris grove, unaware that Lily was following them in the ditch. "Do you have any siblings?" Violet asked Miles. "I have a younger brother called Oswald," Miles told her. "Aha," thought Lily. "I must enlist this Oswald in my scheme." Lily found Oswald playing in his garden. "Hello, I'm Lily," she told him. "That's a dumb name," said Oswald rudely. Lily controlled herself with difficulty. Apparently, foulness ran deep in Miles's family. "Do you have a big brother called Miles?" she asked. "Yep," said Oswald. "You wouldn't like him to leave home, would you?" Lily asked cunningly. "Yes," said Oswald firmly. "He's bossy. He's studying to become a criminal lawyer. He told my mother that idleness is the garden that grows the criminal mind. So now I have to feed our actual garden, and it's huge." He was useless. "I shall have to smash up this thing alone," thought Lily crossly. The perfect opportunity arrived 2 weeks later. Violet had invited Miles to bring his family around to meet her family for dinner. It was obvious to Lily that Violet intended to impress Miles with her fantastic cooking skills. This gave Lily an idea. She waited until Violet had gone down to the garden to pick some mint. Then she snuck into the kitchen. "Ha-ha," said Lily as she filled the soup with soap and sprinkled soap in the cherry tart. "No one would ever want to marry such an awful cook." At dinner, as Violet smiled proudly, Miles took a spoonful of soup. The results exceeded Lily's wildest hopes. Miles spat soup all over the table, and everybody glared at him. Then Lily's dad tried the soup. "This is full of soap," he gasped. He looked around the table and saw Lily's smirking face. Lily would have been sent to bed, but Mr. Cowpat had a worse idea. While everyone else ate pizza, Lily had to eat 2 helpings of the soapy cooking. One night, under a full moon, disaster struck. Miles asked Violet to marry him, and Violet said yes. "Lily can play her violin at the wedding," said Lily's mum happily. The living room was covered in wedding gowns and hats. Miss Mildew, who owned the general store, had brought boxes of wedding merchandise to the house for Violet to choose her dress. Suddenly, Lily couldn't take it anymore. She rushed up to her bedroom and started to cry. Violet came in wearing a wedding dress. "What's the matter, Lily?" asked Violet. "Go away!" yelled Lily. On the day of the wedding, Lily got up early and locked herself in all the wedding clothes in the dairy. "Lily, you've got my wedding dress," wailed Violet. "You come out right now," said Mr. Cowpat fiercely. "This is very immature behaviour," said Mrs. Cowpat. "Why are you doing this?" asked Violet. Suddenly, Lily began to cry. "Because if you get married to Miles, you won't be my friend anymore," she sobbed. "Are you serious?" said Violet. "You'll always be my best friend." Lily opened the door. "Really?" she said. "Of course," said Violet firmly. Suddenly, Miles didn't seem so horrible anymore. Lily threw her arms around Violet, and Violet hugged her back. "We must hurry and get ready for the ceremony if we're going to be on time," said Mr. Cowpat. The wedding was beautiful. Lily played her violin as Violet came up the aisle. Miles cried. Mr. Cherry Blossom conducted the ceremony. "By the authority vested in me by our loving Creator who hung the stars in heaven, I now pronounce you mouse and wife." Everyone cheered. At the reception, Oswald played a solo on his bagpipes. It was awful, but everyone was so happy they didn't mind. As Miles and Violet left on honeymoon, everyone pelted them with rose petals. "You must come and visit as soon as we get back," Violet told Lily. "I'm going to need help decorating our new tree house." Lily kissed her cheek. Of course, she smiled. What are best friends for? That is my book, Lily Gets Left Out. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.